Hey everyone, this is Erica Johnston and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new to my channel, I just want to tell you right now that yes, my hair is natural and I started going gray when I was 16 years old. So in case you're wondering how old I am now, I'm 41. So in today's video, we're going to talk about 8 different causes of gray hair and things you might be able to do to prevent your hair from graying even faster. So keep watching. So I did do a video recently about reversing gray hair, and I'll be sure to link that one above. Scientists have been working hard to discover different ways to either slow down the rate of graying or to prevent it altogether and even reverse it. So first and foremost, the #1 cause of gray hair is your genetics. And I'm sure you've heard this before. If your mom and dad went gray at a very young age, then you most likely will as well. The second factor for graying a little bit younger is your ethnicity. So for Caucasians, you'd be considered a premature gray-haired person if you were around the age of 20, and then 25 if you're Asian, and then 30 if you're African American. So your ethnicity might play a role in it and it might not. So the latest finding, and this was in a 2009 study that was published by the Federation of American Societies for Experimental Biology, try saying that 10 times fast. They found that DNA damage in the hair follicles was caused by a buildup of hydrogen peroxide, you know, that same product that people use to kind of make themselves go blonde. They found that a buildup of that in the hair follicle is one of the main reasons for going gray. All right, so it's interesting because hair gets its color from a pigment called melanin, which is produced by melanocyte cells that are in the hair follicles. So what happens is if you get this buildup of hydrogen peroxide in the follicle, then it sort of disrupts that melanin production, and then your hair ends up turning gray. So that is a big factor that they're finding for the cause, one of the major causes of gray hair. This information is coming straight from WebMD, so I just want you to know where I'm getting my information from. Okay, so another cause of gray hair, and this isn't maybe necessarily a direct cause, there's kind of some controversy over this, is stress. So, you know, you hear a lot of people say like, oh, you know, if you have a 4 or 8 year term as a president, you are bound to go gray. And when you look, it seems as though like a lot of presidents have gone gray very quickly. But really what's happening is stress can cause hair thinning or shedding. And then when that shedding happens, then the hair might be replaced with gray hair. So that is sort of like the correlation of it, right? I find that very interesting. So for example, too, if somebody's going through chemotherapy and they're losing a lot of the hair, then their hair may grow back white. So is stress the cause of it? It's kind of like a non-direct correlation, I suppose. So stress is one thing. All right, so I just want to say that these causes are not absolute. So, you know, if you do one of these things or you have one of these things, then it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to go gray quicker, but these are just some of the causes, and it might be like a combination of them as well. All right, so next is smoking, and this is just one of those lifestyle choices that, you know, it may cause your hair to go gray quicker, and it also can cause your hair to turn yellow, right, from the smoke. So I mean, it's just one of those things that you have to make a decision, and if you want to smoke, then smoke. I'm not going to be here to tell you not to smoke. All right, next up is low vitamin B12. So I'm going to have to read this for sure, but I just want to tell you about vitamin B12, and it's actually really important. It helps make your DNA and your red blood cells, and your body doesn't naturally make vitamin B12, so you actually have to get it from animal-based foods and from supplements. So very interesting, right? Especially if you don't eat animal foods. You're more likely to develop vitamin B12 deficiency if you've got an immune system disorder. So some symptoms of vitamin B12 deficiency are weakness, tiredness, or lightheadedness, having heart palpitations or shortness of breath, pale skin, a smooth tongue, interesting, constipation, diarrhea, loss of appetite or gas, nerve problems like numbness or tingling, muscle weakness and problems walking, vision loss, and then mental problems like depression, memory loss, or behavior changes. So anyways, if you decide that you need a B12 supplement, you should probably let your doctor know so that he or she can make sure that you're getting enough of the supplement and not taking too much. So another cause of gray hair is having issues with your thyroid, or specifically thyroid disease. So as we get older, we just need to make sure our thyroid is functioning well and that everything's okay. So a final potential cause of gray hair is if you develop or have vitiligo. So vitiligo is essentially when your skin loses pigment, just like we talked about melanin in our hair follicles. We also have melanin in our skin, right, which produces color. So potentially, if the skin on your head has vitiligo, then you could end up having your hair in those sections grow white. So very, very interesting. I really enjoyed looking this up. I'm always curious. As you know, I am like the gray hair guru. Everything gray hair. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Until next week, bye for now. And it's produced by which is produced by Melanina. Like, I can't even talk. My dog is like really getting cozy. Okay, you settled? You good, Lenny? Okay, great. Vitiligo. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to pronounce it. Vitiligo. I probably should look it up.